everyone, welcome to part 2 of the no
Come on, man. Don't anybody know? Don't anybody?
Hi everybody, and welcome to part 2 of my takeaway from the Kob Clinic that myself and Jamie attended with Mr. Rademeyer. So today's video is going to be all about reading the sea, the strategy, and just tips and tricks as well. So I will be physically drawing illustrations. I've got my whiteboard and my whiteboard markers ready for you guys, and this is just my takeaway. Jamie is unfortunately not here. He is at work at the moment. So, but he did send me a WhatsApp. Please make part 2. So here is part 2. So as well, based on this video, I did go and do some read up or watched videos beforehand, just
Oh, thank God.
to make my knowledge more pliable, or to, I'm a visual person, so for me to actually physically see what they were talking about in videos. The two people that I have watched, and this was referenced by Mr. Rademeyer, was Justin Reed and Frana Fishing. I will put the links in my description below. And guys, don't forget, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And before I get into the actually, the tips and tricks that I've learned or my takeaway from there, he had mentioned that silver carp like thick brown water, right? A lemon twist color to water is best water conditions. Enhanced by clear chalky water, those are good conditions for the caboyo. So that's a good takeaway to remember. He says, take your time to read the water. With myself, I can say personally, before when we've gone and we fished, I literally just set up my rod and then I throw. Still throwing skew, but I throw.
Yeah!
So I don't, to me, it wasn't like looking where I'm throwing. It's just the fact that I'm throwing and then I hope, but then nothing obviously happens. And now I know why, right? After 3 casts, you need to change either your position. After you obviously changed bait, because sometimes, you have to find out what they like for that day, their preference. You're doing yourself a disservice by staying on the same spot unless things change, water temperature, the wind temperature, all those things. That plays a vital role as well in it, but I'll get back to that in a minute or two. So after 3 casts and you see no action, move position, right? Plan your trip accordingly to the sunrise, tides, and swells. Plan, plan, plan. Like, yes, it's lekker to say, okay, let's just jump in the car and then we're going to go here and then we're going to see if we can catch something. There's a lot more to it than just going. It's nice when you have a family, you know what I mean? But if you're really serious about wanting to catch that fish, plan your, what bait you have with you. Obviously rod setup or rods, I don't think that matters a lot. I don't know, let me know if it does, if it doesn't. Obviously your bait presentation plays a big key, whether they'll take, whether they won't take. And then it's learn to work the area. So reading the sea, I think, for me myself, I need to still learn that. So physically, I need to physically see, okay, visually, this is what he meant, read the sea, right? Things that is a big advantage to catching that fish is obviously, like I said, wind direction, water color, and water temp. So like I said, on doing this video, I had to go and read up and I had to get more knowledge. And as per his reference, there were 2 guys, Justin Reed and Frana Fishing. I'll put their links once again in the description below, so you can go watch them. I learned a lot just by watching them. So I'm going to get into the illustrations to show you what I've learned or my takeaway, and hopefully it will be much more easier for you as well. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you the illustration of what Rian showed on his board, because obviously you guys won't be able to see, right? So his first drawing is how to know where there's a fish holding area on like the sandbank, right? So I did a rough drawing, right? Okay, that's me over there, right? And this is this black line over here that you see, that is the sandbank. Okay, now when I this little line here that I drew here, that is basically the dip. I don't know if you've been at the beach and you walk and then suddenly it's like a dip, but not a pop dip, not a soft one, a solid one. So that is basically where the sandbank goes down. Normally, what he says, that will be a fish holding area over here, right? And that is one place where you can cast. So this is illustration A, and this is basically showing me like, okay, so now I know where there's a solid dip, there would be normally fish. Now remember, in the sandbanks there are there will be two places where there will be a fish holding area. I will draw that illustration next for you, where there's shallow water and then obviously the deeper water. Now when it's high tide, they will obviously be here, because what I've noticed, and I said is because here obviously um, birds and sharks won't be able to get them so quickly, if I'm making sense, when it's high tide. When it's low tide, there is not much protection, and basically a shark won't come there or a bird won't come there because obviously it's low tide. So then they obviously move into the more deeper waters. Hope this makes sense, because this makes sense to me. So I'm going to draw illustration 2 and show you exactly what I meant by the shallow waters and deeper waters and where the fish could possibly be. Alright guys, this is the next illustration, and this is what I watched and what I learned on Justin Reed's video, on one of his very oldest the video. There is another guy that I also watched as well that had illustrations. I will actually put that link in the description below as well, because I can't get his name right now. So this is with regards to breaking waves. At the beach, always look for the breaking wave. The breaking wave will actually show us where the sandbars are located. And that's where the sandbars are located, that is where the fish will then be. So I'm going to draw it for you quickly. Alright? So this is Penny Girl on the sand, right, with my rod. So basically so this black line is where the sandbars going to be. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to go down, make a heel, and then have another thing. So that is the bottom of the ocean, right? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw the waves, right? I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, so I'm gonna draw, this is my waves, and then I'm gonna go again, and then waves, right? So you can see these little pockets here. Okay, that is where they say the little fishes will be, right? Remember, this is a sandbar. Okay, here is where there will be shallow water, right? Shallow, and this is where it will be the deeper water. Okay, now what he advised is, so where do we cast, where do we throw? So what he's saying, you cast here and you cast here after the wave. So that's what made sense to me, right? So obviously there will be, in a high tide, that's what it will look like. In a low tide, there will very rarely be fish here, because then they'll be here to a more safer spot, more, yeah, if it makes sense. But that is what that would look like. So now I'm going to do a bird's eye view, so what it would look like from the top, so if it will make more sense. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you the top view of what it would look like, or bird's eye view. So but now with this, now what he had explained as well, that this is now fishing in the rip currents, right? They obviously, like what he said, there are multiple zones where you can actually cast your rod in a rip current, right? So I'm gonna actually throw it now. So if you have one or two or three more rods, these would be the positions where you would actually throw your line, right? So it's a quick throwing. So I don't know if you can make if it makes sense. I'm not on here, as you can see. This is top view. So what it look like, there's wave action. This is my little thingies. Wave action, wave action, wave action, right? Then you see these three spots, okay? So spot, let me do a different color marker so you'll be able to see it. Guys, if you must only say what my counter looks like, it's like, yeah, let's do green. First spot would be over here, right? Second spot would be there, and then the third spot would be there where you would cast your line. So what he said was like where the spot over here, right? He's saying that that is where you can cast your rod inside the bar at the edge, right? Second part, which is that part over here, right? It's cast it directly in the center of the rip current, right? And then number three, which is over there, which is it cast your just past the bar at the edge of the rip current. So these are three possible places where you can cast your line, and then there would be a fish holding area. So I hope this makes sense. Hope my other illustrations make sense. I will um, take the images of what I draw, of what I've drawn, and I will post it in like little snippets at the end of the video just to make sense. You can screenshot it. Just look at it again. Don't laugh at my like this is quick drawing stuff. Um, and that is the video for today. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you learned something. Um, and if I'm always, guys, we are always welcome to new tips and tricks. I love learning, especially when it's about fishing. So feel free to comment in the video below. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a blessed day and a blessed week ahead. And I shall catch you on the next video.